Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Friday, and happy Friday to you all. Hope you guys have some wonderful plans coming up here this weekend and opening day NFL. So, great game yesterday, and looking forward to some more good games this weekend. Uh, we don't got a whole lot on the plate today. We don't have any economic news releases scheduled for today, so we're going to jump pretty much right to the headlines today. And so let's kind of get started here. Oh, excuse me about that. That was yesterday still. Headline news. Basically, the stock market's down. A lot of it has to do with a lot of questions that are going on in Europe. Because our investors keep looking outside of our country, whereas we still got issues here, and they're not really looking at the domestic issues as of yet. But a European Central Bank official, Jurgen Starks, resigned. He'll be on until end of the year. A lot of it has to do with. It sounds like there's some disagreement on uh, the bond buying program in Europe. He doesn't necessarily agree with it. He's a high official. He's from Germany, and so it's creating a lot of concern with investors as to what's going on over there. If they can't agree, these type of things. So this instability that this is kind of representing is kind of creating a little bit of a stir there. And Obama's speech yesterday. There's some. I didn't personally get to see it. Yes, I had a meeting myself. I loved to kind of catch some, but some highlights I understand is it sounds like there's something they're trying to make it more easy for employers to hire people. Trying to maybe the negative news. It sounds like there's more government spending and no idea on how to pay for that government spending. So that's obviously the negatives. Wall Street's obviously looking at stuff like that on all this government spending, and yet no plan on how you're gonna pay that back. Basically, all that government spending. And especially when the spending is basically on temporary jobs. These aren't even permanent jobs that are going to really help us long term. These are just like a quick fix, a band aid, so to speak. So this is what was kind of some highlights I was kind of seeing on the financial markets side. So this is how they're kind of viewing some of these items here. So let's go ahead and jump over to the bond market and see what interest rates are doing. Because the stock market's down, the bond market is looking pretty good right now. We had a rollover yesterday, so we actually would be a little bit higher up than this, but and then on top of it, we have today we started lower and we went upward. So we're looking pretty good right now. We're having a nice little rally. We'd probably be right up here normally with the bond rollover. But also, I want to kind of clue in on a secret. I was on a meeting yesterday, and one of our secondary people was kind of talking, and basically he was sharing with us a conversation the secondary markets from all the different banks basically talk, and the consensus was that they feel that the bond market is probably going to maintain in this range here, what we have here for the past month. This is what we're going to see probably for the next 14 months, primarily because they don't think a whole lot's going to be changed with Congress and the president since we have an election year next year as to what's going to happen. A lot's going to happen. So unfortunately on that side of things, but on the bond side of things, it looks like not a whole lot's going to be there. So they expect rates, of course, to maintain the low. But take a look at my article, Strike While It's Hot. You'll see some explanations as to if we receive a stimulus package because it's more government spending, or if the Fed starts buying programs, what that could represent too. That we could have variables that could offset that and temporarily, uh, you know, go the opposite direction, go either help us or really decline. So we've had some fluctuations where we've averaged low fours to mid fives since 2008, since the Fed went down to almost zero on their Fed funds rate. We've averaged even when we announced the QE2 last year, we were in the 5% range last year. So that could dramatically change. Those are all still good rates, but unfortunately, we get spoiled. We start thinking 5% is too high, and even though they are very good rates, but it's that perception that people cast out there. So, just to give you a heads up as to what kind of expect for the near future. And also, if you guys are out refinancing or looking to buy a new home, take a look at my website, CaliforniaMortgageTips.com. You'll see some great information there, from education to free tools, mortgage calculators, and such down the line. And you can also contact me if you have any questions or any concerns I can maybe help you out with. Again, at CaliforniaMortgageTips.com. You guys have a great day and catch you on Monday.